used to always carry on like Mount Druitt was the end of the earth, and I don't think it's that bad, is it?
No.
And Joanne had always gone about how crap Westfield at Hornsby was. I actually quite like Westfield at Hornsby myself, but she'd go, oh, the towers are so much better, you're so lucky. Da da da. Okay.
I don't really rate the towers and haven't for a long time.
No, I don't. Like, it's a decent shopping centre. It's got what you want, but I wouldn't say, oh, it's fantastic. You know, I wouldn't say that at all. It's convenient, it's close, it's got mainly what I want. It's a pain if I want to go to Big W because I have to go to because I've got to go to Rouse Hill or Winston Hills, but
It's still going to do 40 k's when the lights are flashing, don't you?
yeah. Is that the, oh no, that's the Beamer, it was the Chrysler. Oh, the Hornsby Mazda car! Oh, sucked in. Oh, sucked in. Because that fine will go to head office too. Sucked in. There's a big please explain when you got busted in a bank car speeding. I think that was the only car Chris hasn't got a speeding fine in, was his bank car. Do you want me to do that or you
That's okay.
right? I like the passion fruit ones like that. Made by the same people.
The Victorians.
Beg your pardon?
The Victorians, because Bundaberg stuff no longer comes from Bundaberg.
Oh, doesn't it?
Nope.
Oh, it's a bit of a furphy then, isn't it? Yeah, so Fran lived in that street there. Mount
Okay.
View or View Street or Glenview. There you go. It was something View.
Okay.
Just down there it was. And I tried looking for that for sale and never saw it. She definitely said she was selling.
Sip.
No, thank you. I just don't know when I'm supposed to have it, so just err on the side of caution since I've already had something I shouldn't have.
Oh, that's a new set of lights.
I think down there is down here where Greg lived, I think. I looked it up once. Either there or down here. Yeah, down here maybe. Beryl.
Mum and Dad had some friends that lived on the highway up here, and every time we went to that park just back there, and there was always a massive freight train that we passed. Orange?
I don't think it's natural.
Nah. See a ball like that.
Says I don't think this girl's hair's natural either.
It's a system.
It's all the ISO haircuts coming out.